gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 bright sunshiny day. Sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. Pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been waiting for. Gonna be a sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 bright sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 bright sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 bright sunshiny day.
Hazel Miller, everybody. Thank you, Hazel, for blessing us with your time. We are so glad you're here. Thank you to Laura Berman, our incredible music director. Thank you, Bob, Rob, Randy, Bijou, Mike, and Stu. And our incredible choir is making their way on the stage right now, directed by Rebecca Stoudemeyer. Aren't we grateful for these incredible musicians? Welcome to Mile High Church. Greetings to those watching online. If you want to get to know Mile High Church, you can get to know our incredible teaching called Religious Science, but just as much, get to know the people here. And what I know about the people of Mile High Church, what I know about you, is that you're whole people living whole lives. Doesn't mean we don't struggle or have down times, but as Parker Palmer said, the thing about wholeness is once you know you're whole, you have to live your whole life. And that's what I know about the people here. I also know that you have a deep and profound optimism and hope, that you believe in a fundamental good at the center of your life, the life of your loved ones, the life of your country, the life of your world. And if we are the last people on earth to have hope, we're going to be right here in the sanctuary, holding it up for everybody. And lastly, we celebrate life no matter what. Even in the midst of loss and challenges, we realize that life is a great gift, that it's sacred, that it's been given to you and to me, and we remember that and celebrate no matter what. And as we move into our time of song and silence and prayer today, my prayer for you is that there is something in the message, in the music, in the readings that touches your heart, that reminds you of the precious, sacred gift that you indeed are.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the rush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
And so we move together to breathe together, to turn within this morning, turning toward that eternal life that is the spiritual sun at the very center of our being. And so we breathe into that still point, which is the touch point of grace, the touch point of divine love. And we rise up together in our awareness, in the consciousness of eternal life. So as we move into prayer, into this sanctuary of devotion, we open our hearts to feel the pulse of divine love. And I recognize one Spirit, one power, one God. We breathe in and we breathe out, opening to feel that eternal essence of Spirit that moves in, through, and as each one of us here, each one of us gathered online, each one of us all around the planet. This pulse point of divine love that moves through the non-human world, all being. And so what I know is that this morning we allow the stones of fear to roll away. We allow those stones of doubt, uncertainty, anxiety, worry, dis-ease to just be moved from our consciousness. For we know that at the very heart of our being there is one presence, one God, one Spirit, and in Spirit all is good, all is whole, all is perfect, and all is complete. And so together we rise up this morning to celebrate, to stand for peace, to stand for the balance of equality, to stand for the recognition of wholeness in all being, in all beings. And so what I know is that this very vibration of love moves through every note, every word, every moment of our time together today, so that we may become the beacons of light that shine forth this very reality of eternal life. The joy and presence of Spirit, we become those beacons of light in the world. And so I give thanks. I give thanks for our beloved Mile High community. I give thanks for this opportunity to gather together to celebrate in joy and love, knowing that it's with deep compassion, deep wisdom, that we embrace the very truth of eternal life. So I release this prayer with thanksgiving into that alchemy of love, the law in action, feeling and knowing it is done. And so it is.
Our first reading today is from the Gospel according to John. Walk while you have the light, so that darkness does not overtake you. He who walks in the darkness does not know where he is going. Walk while you have the light. Have faith in the light so that you might become children of light.
And from the Buddha, wakefulness is the way of life. The fool sleeps as if he were already dead, but the master is awake and he lives forever. He watches, he is clear. How happy he is, for he sees that wakefulness is life. How happy he is following the path of the awakened. With great perseverance, he meditates, seeking freedom and happiness.
Dear God, dear stars, dear trees, dear sky, dear peoples, dear everything, dear God. God is inside of me and everyone else. That was forever will be. I came into this world with God, and when I finally looked inside, I found it just as close as my breath is to me. Rising like the sun is the moon that sets us free. Your heartbeat is my heartbeat when we share love. Takes a grain of love to make a mighty tree. Takes the smallest one, can make a harmony. A drop of water can keep it alive. There are miracles for you and I. Like a honeybee, like a waterfall, like the colors of where do we go? Where do we go? Now my eyes are wide open. Look what God has done. I don't think us feel old at all. I think this is the youngest us ever felt.
From the Gospel according to Luke. Become compassionate, just as Your Father is compassionate. And do not judge, and surely you shall not be judged. And do not condemn, and you surely shall not be condemned. Forgive, and you shall be forgiven. Give, and you shall be given. Into your lap they will pour a goodly measure, pressed down, shaken together, and spilling over. For whatever measure you measure, it shall in turn be given out to you.
And from Martin Luther King Jr. Love yourself, and that means rational, healthy self-interest. That's the length of life. Then love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's the breadth of life. The height of life is to love thy Lord with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and all thy strength. When you get all three of these together, you look up and every valley will be exalted, every hill and mountain will be made low, and the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh will see it together. When you get all three of these working together, you will do unto others as you would have them do unto you. When you get all three of these together, you will recognize that out of one blood, God made all to dwell upon the face of earth.
Well, can we show some more love for this amazing band? Randy Chavez, Bijou Barbosa, Mike Marley, Stu McCaskey. Welcome Bob Rebholz and our band leader, Mr. Rob Lowe. Living large in a tiny square, broken pieces seem to lead nowhere. Why do I feel my life is just pretend? No, my dreams staying way too small. They lead me back to where I started from. How can I move when I fear what lies ahead? Well, there's more than what I see. Each step brings me closer to free. I realize it's inside of me. I realize there are no walls in between you and me, and there's a holy word. You and me, and there's a holy word. And I realize now, and with each new day I see my life getting bigger with less denying. It's my choice now to leave or just give in, give in. And every morning I give thanks, amen, to all the growth I've experienced. And I've become a dream that's worth believing I am. Oh, there's more than what I see. Each step brings me closer to me. Oh, I realize now. I realize.
Laura Berman, everyone, you wrote that song. Yes. Thanks again to this Mile High Band. Aren't we glad Hazel Miller is here with us today? Oh. This beautiful looking and sounding choir. I'm so grateful for our ministerial team here at Mile High Church. I'm so grateful for Michelle Medrano, Zamira Jazwirska, Jackie Harris, Rama Newton. We have some special focus ministers at Mile High Church. I'm so grateful for Kay Johnson, Linda Rangel, Casey Fight, Steve Kinsfather, Chris Plim, and Dodie Jackson. And our emeritus ministers, Barry Ebert, I'm so grateful for you. Patty Lukenbach, and Roger Teal, who will be back here speaking in May. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, one applause. In 1972, Johnny Nash wrote a modern-day hymn entitled, I Can See Clearly Now. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. What is spiritual vision? Is it to add a new lens to your life in which you can perceive the world through rose-colored glasses? Perhaps spiritual vision means to do the best you can to release any lenses that you've invented in which to see reality, to do your best to see it as it is. Spiritual vision is doing our best to see reality as it is. To step out of our own versions of what the universe is, to see it perhaps as God has made it, in its beauty, in its overwhelming majesty, in its awe, in its magnificence. Spiritual vision perhaps is to even see as God sees, if only for a moment, and it can transform our lives forever. Spiritual vision means to see knowing you are a child of God. Jesus is special. He's born of a virgin. But all of us are children of God. Just before my daughter was born, her mom said to me, Josh, there will come a day when you won't be able to remember a time when Nancy didn't exist. And my first thought is, this is what 9 months pregnant sounds like. But it was true. It was true. The mystics tell us that our time on earth is but a parenthesis in eternity. And yet, being children of God, even in this mortal existence, there is something about us that sings the eternal, that connects us with eternal life. Spiritual vision is also knowing where you want to go and staying committed to going there. Shuangzi, an ancient Chinese philosopher, says that if you're crossing the river with the goal of getting to the other side and someone in another boat runs into you, you probably yell at that person. But if an empty boat runs into you on your way across the river, you don't worry about it. You keep getting focused on arriving to the other side. We lose spiritual vision when our goal becomes to yell at that person that hit us with their boat. when we go into that place of blame and victimhood and build around our lives, around the bad thing that someone did to us, we lose our heart, we lose our truth. Spiritual vision is staying focused on getting to that other side of the river. We let it go. We let it go. The cold never bothered me anyway. Carolyn Miss said, "Faith is the power to stand up to the madness and chaos of the physical world while holding the position that nothing external has any authority over what heaven has in mind for you." All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Jesus says to enter the kingdom of heaven, we must experience spiritual rebirth. We must be reborn of the Spirit. Jesus is baptized by John, and when he arises from the water, immediately the presence of God descends and announces, "This is my beloved. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Henry Nouwen, an accomplished Catholic priest, wrote a book once called "You Are the Beloved." And he wrote it to a man who was a secular man, a non-religious man, trying to express now in his heart about what the message of Christ and Christianity is. The first great point that he makes is our biggest challenge in life is self-rejection. The biggest challenge we face in our lives is self-rejection. God doesn't cast anyone into hell. We put ourselves there. We isolate ourselves. We think we're not good enough. We withhold ourselves from that rebirth of spirit that takes place when we accept the awesome and precious and magnificent truth that we are beloved. And this is his main point, that if we get anything from the teachings of Jesus, it is that not only were those words, "This is my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased," meant for Jesus, they're meant for all of us. You are the beloved when you embrace that truth of who you are, why you're here, and your purpose, your meaning, your depth of understanding. For me, the Christ story becomes most significant when I can, in a very humble way, see the life of Christ in my own life. I think when you can see reflections of the Christ life in your own life, your own baptisms, temptations, crucifixions, and resurrections, we begin to realize that the Christ life never left us, that it's always present for us to experience if we're willing to listen. Frederick Buechner, a great Christian writer, said, "To cleave the truth of our own lives, to live and look beneath our own stories, is to see glimmers, at least, of his life struggling to come alive in our lives, his story whispering like a song through the babble and drone of ours." I invite you to reflect on that idea for a moment, that there are so many aspects of the Christ life that show up through our life experience. They're initiations, they're rituals. And as we move through, we are born not just once, but again and again and again. Buechner continues, "We have it in us to be Christ to each other, and maybe in some imaginable way to God too. That's what we have to tell finally. We have it in us to work miracles of love and healing, as well as to have them worked upon us. We have it in us to bless with him and forgive with him and heal with him, and once in a while maybe even to grieve with some measure of his grief at another's joy, almost as if it were our own. And who knows but that in the end, by God's mercy, the two stories will converge for good and all. And though we would never have had the courage or the faith or the wit to die for him, any more than we have ever managed to live for him very well either, his story will come true in us at last." Immediately after his baptism, Jesus goes into the desert. Emmett Fox tells us that the desert represents spiritual honing in. It's a time of preparation. And there, in the desert, Jesus encounters Satan, who tempts him, who tries to give him and let him know that his needs can be met by the exterior world. Power, control, fame, richness. Jesus has to overcome that outer world. This is why, for me, Jesus never in his ministry points to his human self and say, I'm the best. Follow me. At Mile High Church, we have a little saying, it's different here. It's our nice way of saying we're a little weird. Most of us probably have some tarot cards at home. Most of us have gone through some guided visualization where we've discovered our inner guide and advisor. Mine's Gumby, by the way. We believe wholeheartedly in every day connecting with divine presence, knowing that as we do, in the light of that presence, we can visualize our health and well-being, the health and well-being of the people we love. We can nurture the good that is in the heart of this world and in this cosmos, and we can help bring it about through our conscious clarity. And then we do our best to seek to live it all around us. We think Marianne Williamson is super cool. We're open at the top, which means we love exploring spirituality through all sources. But here's the thing. Here's the one rule to remember. If anyone, and I mean anyone, tells you that they have a power that you don't have within yourself and you need them to give it to you, run. Go away. That's what the coldishness is in spirituality, in politics, in communities, sometimes even in families. I have a power you don't have. No. The greatest spiritual truth there is that each of us has that ability to unlock our relationship with the divine within us, and then we can find it anywhere. But it always should be pointing you right back to yourself. Thich Nhat Hanh, the great Buddhist monk, shares a story about Buddha, his chief disciple, Ananda, and Mara, which in Buddhism is kind of the Satan figure. He's this god of illusion that Buddha had to overcome when sitting under the Bodhi tree in order to achieve enlightenment. And Mara, one day, is walking down the path towards Buddha's home, and Ananda sees him. Mara, I see you. You get out of here. The Buddha defeated you once, and he will defeat you again. You are not wanted here. And Mara looks at Ananda and says, are you saying your master has enemies? Just then, Buddha comes out of the door. Mara, my old friend, it's so good to see you. And he embraces Mara and he says, come in, please sit down. Ananda, make us some tea. And Ananda is not happy. Grabbing freaking Mara and make him tea. He tried to hurt the Buddha. And he sets the tea down. And Ananda can hear the conversation. And Mara saying, Buddha, I am so tired of being Mara. I'm so sick of illusion. I feel like a fake. I think I'm ready to be more like you now, Buddha. And the Buddha responds to him, you think it's easy being a Buddha? Having all these people putting all of your so-called words in their mouth? Using you as a being of commerce? Building perhaps teachings around you that aren't what I taught at all? It ain't easy being Buddha. In some aspects of Christianity, there's the teaching of Armageddon, this great battle that comes at the end times between Jesus and Satan. I don't think it would work that way. I think the presence of Christ doesn't need to lift a sword, but simply embodies the truth. Hello, Satan, my old friend. Come on in. Let's sit down. Have a cup of tea. Have a cup of tea. When it comes to your own consciousness, what do you see when you see those past betrayals making their way on your path towards you? Those old haunts and hurts, the traumas, the drama, the pain, the shame, the dignity that perhaps was taken away from us at one point, the wounds, the scars? When you see them coming down the road, do you have the courage perhaps to even befriend them? Hello, pain. Come sit down. Let's have a cup of tea. All the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. Jesus and his incredible ministry, a ministry that was very short indeed, and yet is still the most impactful ministry of all time. Jesus taught a revolutionary forgiveness. The teaching was simple but profound and seemingly impossible to practice. Love God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. Josh's addendum, good luck. Love God with all your heart, which means you gotta let God love you back. And love your neighbor as yourself. When your neighbor makes a mistake, they'll be punished by their mistake. But the forgiveness that Jesus taught means that we do not wish God's love to be absent for anyone. Jesus taught a revolutionary faith. He taught that God is not a far-off being to fear or that seeks to hurt or damage you in any way. God is a living presence, and it is done unto you as you believe in this presence and its possibility to perform and work through you in this thing called life, because your very consciousness is the vehicle in which heaven becomes on this earth. Jesus teaches a revolutionary universality. Jesus didn't call his teaching Christianity. He called it the way. The Buddha also called his teaching the way. Lao Tzu and Taoism also called his teaching the way. All of their teachings, not necessarily the religions built around them, but all of their teachings, this is for everybody. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your relationship orientation. It doesn't matter your political affiliation. It's for everybody. Jesus encounters a woman by a well and offers her some water. You can't give water to me, she says. I am a Samaritan, a lower class. The water that I offer you is different, he says. It is the water of eternal life. I don't think he's trying to convert her. I think he's pointing out the divine truth that the teaching and the way and the love of God is for everyone. There's a very similar story about the Buddha, that he encounters a woman by the well and asks her for a drink of water. I cannot give you water, she says, for I am an untouchable. I didn't ask you what your caste was, the Buddha said. I asked you for a glass of water. The water, the teaching, is for everyone. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. Jesus and some of his disciples go up to a mountaintop, and there they are greeted by a grand vision of Moses and Elijah. And the disciples see that something is happening to Jesus. It's a divine initiation somehow. His face becomes bright and filled with light. This is something that has been come to be known or called the transfiguration. He's filled with light, and again we hear the words, the descending of spirit, and the saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." In baptism, spiritual birth, the realization of heaven on earth and in the body. And in this amazing transfiguration, it is as if Jesus enters heaven right at that time, or heaven enters him. Maybe that's a better way to say it. We don't enter heaven. It enters us by right of consciousness, by right of love. And it is of no coincidence for me that this is what comes just before the physical life of Jesus is put to an end, before he is brutally murdered and experiences great suffering. And yet, and I think this can be true for so many of us in so many different ways, there's already this part of him on the other side that knows, that holds to that truth. It's that reminder for us that we live in this world, but we live in a heavenly consciousness as well. And through our own work, through our own striving and journeys, we can begin to bring those lights together, that even in our darkest moments, we know that there is a sun.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Oh, gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, oh bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Yes, here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. You gotta look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies, blue skies. Oh, oh, I can see clearly now, rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone, gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
How to make sermon better. One, have Hazel sing in middle of sermon. Joseph Campbell said that there's no resurrection without crucifixion. And I know it would be unwise to say that any of us up here had suffered like Jesus had suffered, but we still suffer. We still go through those experiences of crucifixion. Those experiences that cause us pain and leave us in a tomb of seeming isolation. The hurts, the judgments about us, the time someone pushed us down unconsciously to lift themselves up, the times where our dignity wasn't honored or seen or cherished. They put us in a dark place, and yet there is no resurrection without crucifixion. The Christ cannot remove our suffering, but the Christ can be right there in it with us. And in the furnace of the darkness, we can begin to feel the transformation of the sun coming back out in our lives. My daughter has a little saying, "Daddy, the sun always wakes up." And yet we have to move through the darkness to get to the dawn. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you. But that has been my experience, and I'm guessing it may be yours too. In ancient Japanese Shintoism, there is a myth about the goddess of the sun, Amaterasu. And her brother comes into the village, and he embarrasses her. He does some awful things, and she's so embarrassed that she hides in a cave, in a tomb. And you see, she's the sun, so there's a problem here. And so the leaders of the village gather around the cave and they keep trying to draw her out. And they put on these elaborate dances and shows, do everything they can to try to trick her to get out of the cave, until finally they get a mirror. They get a mirror and they shine it at Amaterasu, and she begins to see the light, and she's so fascinated with it that she comes out of the cave so they can shut the rock back over the tomb, and there is the sun forevermore. The image of this myth still exists as the national flag of Japan, the rising sun. For those of us here who feel that we are in a darkness, perhaps all that you need is to begin to see the light of your own reflection. Feel that light of your own reflection, for it is the sun. And when you bring forth what is best within you, what is within you will save you. It will renew you. It will resurrect you into a greater way of being. The sun always wakes up, and yet it never sets where it rises. What is that new light that is being called to be illuminated in your experience so you can live as a renewed, profound, emphatic, inspired you? Moving into a brief prayer this morning. Right here, right now, I acknowledge and experience a holy presence. A holy presence that is all-knowing, even in its unknowingness. A holy presence that contains within it the seeds of all healing and is already whole and restored. A holy presence that transcends all opposites and yet is right here with us, whether we are in pain or in wonder. A holy presence that is the truth of who each and every one of us are. May this holy presence continue to express itself in the narrative of our stories. May the fragrance of Christ be the central sensation in our lives, bringing us to greater and greater levels of becoming. And right here in this room, in this mile-high consciousness, which I know expands beyond these walls as well, let us hold one another in that healing space, that loving space. May we be reminders of one another that all that is within us can overcome anything around us. This is the message of the Christ life, not only in Jesus, but in each of our lives, right here and right now. We let it be, we let it become, and so it is. Amen.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for letting us come and join you here on this Easter Sunday. It's exciting for me for two reasons. Josh talked about compassion and peace and love and oneness, and those are a big cornerstone of what we are doing over in the youth church. And also, we love it when you can name and declare and shine your gifts into the world. So thank you for letting us come shine with you today.
Thank you to all of our youth and our young adults and our high ground. We are so grateful for you. I know it's a little scary up here, but we are so proud of you, and you're the most important thing we do here. So we're so grateful to all of our youth leaders and volunteers. Thank you for letting us honor and feel your shine. We are so blessed. And we're now going to move into our time of offering. Thank you so much for all that you do to support Mile High Church that helps us fund this incredible youth ministry, our music ministry, all of our wonderful programming here at Mile High Church. We are so grateful. And what we believe here is in the principle of abundance, that as we give, that good returns to us, pressed down and flowing over in so many different ways. And so as we do our offering today, let us know that the abundance of Mile High Church, let us affirm our own abundance and the abundance of everyone here as we say our offering affirmation. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
If your problems won't go away and you worry night and day, hand it over. Get on your knees and pray. If you're sick, feeling low, got no money, nowhere to go, hand it over. Get on your knees and pray. Hand it over, hand it over, hand it over, hand it over. Oh, give it up, give it over, give it over, hand it over. Get on your knees and pray. Ain't no mountain you can't climb, ain't no answer you can't find. All you need is a hand to hold. You know you're your body, feed your soul. If the road is dark, you can't find your way. Let the Spirit light your way. Hand it over. Get on your knees and pray. Get on your knees, pray, hand it over. Yeah, listen here. Ain't no mountain you can't climb, ain't no answer you can't find. All you need is a hand to hold. It'll heal your body, feed your soul. If the road is dark, you cannot find your way. Let the Spirit light the way. Hand it over. Get on your knees and pray. You gotta hand it over. Hand it over. Hand it over. Hand it over. Give it up. Give it up. Give it over. Give it over. Hand it over. Get on your knees
Yes. Wow. Thank you, Hazel. Thank you, Randy. Thank you for all the beautiful music today. We're so blessed. We also want to thank the joyful encircling we experience of all sorts of volunteers, ushers, greeters, our wonderful production team. We are blessed by so many people who uplift our community. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. And of course, an amazing message from Reverend Josh Reeves. Yes, thank you. Thank you. If you're here for the first time today, welcome to Mile High Church. We're so delighted you're here. We hope you return many, many times. Please stop by the Welcome Center before you go so we can welcome you properly. And we're so grateful for your presence here. Come back, come back.
Michelle, you lead our financial wellness ministry, and you've got a workshop coming up.
Yes, I'm very excited about our next workshop. Financial wellness is something that we're very committed to, helping people experience in their lives. And what I've noticed in talking to people is sometimes we don't really feel comfortable with just the basic, everyday aspects of our financial life. How do I pay my bills more efficiently and stay on top of it? How do I pay my credit cards? How do I create a budget? How do I feel more peace with that activity? So we brought in 2 experts to teach us about a fresh start to mastering money. It's going to be on Monday, April 13th at 6:30 over in the community center. It's on a love offering basis. All are welcome. And we have childcare. So if you've got a little one, feel free to come and let them be in the childcare area. We're so excited about it.
Thank you, Michelle. And Samira, if people want to go deeper into some of the spiritual ideas we talked about today, you have a class for them.
Yes, I have a class coming up, which is the living language of prayer, in which we are going to look at the Galilean Aramaic that Jesus spoke and look at how prayer in Aramaic really was about creating an atmosphere within oneself, praying oneself into a frequency of resonance and a vibration of communion with Spirit. And so if you want to learn more about it, you can go online, but I hope you'll consider joining us. We'll be doing spiritual practices and really embodying the vibration of prayer.
Thank
Hope
you,
to see you
Samira.
there.
If you're willing, please stand. We're going to say a benediction and then sing the peace song. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It is this thing called life. Life's in my mind, my body, and all that I do. I give thanks for it, and I accept it, just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. Thank you, life.